And as always, this might not be correct. I believe it's not, but guess what? It's how I did it. Welcome back, everybody, to How I Did It Garage. Right now, I'm in the process of launching a full-scale attack on mosquitoes, mice, and spiders, and snakes. Let me show you how I'm doing that. So I went and I bought this sprayer up here to put on the four-wheeler from Harbor Freight. This thing right here is about 109 bucks. It's 1 gallon per minute, about 40 psi. Only thing it comes with is the wand that comes with it, but I'm wanting to spray a large area, so I went to Ace Hardware and I've been rigging up these nozzles on this PEX line to try to get a wide spray, so because I got a large area to spray. I went this route because I thought it might have been cheaper. I went with the PEX line for the, I figured it might last a little bit longer and bend in because I'm going to be taking it on and off the four-wheeler. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. I'm not a plumber by no means, but oh shit, got a leak. I thought it was going to be cheaper, but I don't think it was cheaper. After I started getting into it, I realized it was going to be more expensive, but I was already committed, so this is what we got. I'm going to be doing the spraying, which is going to kill the mosquitoes with this stuff right here that I got from my local southern states. Skeeters. I walked in, told them when I needed it, and they said this is what they recommended. So this whole container right here is supposed to treat up to like 36 gallons, I think. So that's going to go on the sprayer to kill them. Then I got this right here and these buckets from Harbor Freight. This I got off Amazon, buckets from Harbor Freight. This is to kill the larva, because if you spray, one mosquito gets free, it lays 1,000 eggs. So you're supposed to be able to put this in standing water, as you can see here, bird baths, standing water in tires. In my case, I got buckets. I'm gonna put it in all four corners of my yard and one in the middle, because I got 6 buckets all together. So when they go to lay their eggs, none of them's gonna hatch, hopefully, if it works as advertised. Then as far as the mice and spiders, I got this and the sticky traps off Amazon. It's 60 sticky traps. And then I got this peppermint oil right here. It's 100% concentrate. It is very, very strong. Got sinus problems, you can buy this, sniff it, and it will open you up. So I want to spray around the house with that, spray that in the basement, and maybe in the attic too. I really don't want to put it in the house because it is pretty strong. I don't think my dogs like it too much, so I'm going to have to be careful with that in the house. Then I got the foggers. I'm going to spray the attic, basement, and the house all at the same time. And sticky traps, they're good for the snakes also. They're really good for snakes. The mice, you know, they got dirt on their feet and hair, and they roll around on the sticky traps. They get loose unless you get to them as soon as you hear it. But snakes, these are get the snakes. I'll put links to this, and this below. The rest of this you're going to have to go somewhere else and buy it. The hardware I used for the sprayer I got from Ace Hardware, and the sprayer I got from Harbor Freight. So this is what I got rigged up so far. I did this last night. Made a video about it, but it was kind of boring, so I didn't post it. I might put a little bit of the clips in here. Had to make another run to Ace Hardware today because, like I said, I'm no plumber by no means. But I put this on here, and I was like, well, maybe overnight it'd cure. It didn't. Also, when I was rigging this up, I started hearing some of these cracks. I don't know if you can run the PEX line, or at least with the stuff I'm using, which is just regular PVC stuff. I don't know if that's gonna hold in there or not. Oh shit! Last night, I mean, it feels strong, but I heard some cracking in there when I was bending this up, so I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll find out. That's where it's gonna come in from the tank. This is gonna be for the wand. And whenever I want to use the sprayer, I can just open it up, not use the wand, the pressure go to this. I want to use the sprayer, I can turn it off, the pressure go to that. So what I did is I went and I got these, and I want to hook these up to here. And the way this is designed is you've got the little O-ring in there, which seals on here. So I shouldn't have to put any sealant tape or anything on this. It works as it should. This is what happens when you don't do research. I don't think that's designed for this application. Yeah, it's blown off everywhere. I tried to hold that in and just pop that off, so it'll just keep going down the line. This is not made to go in here. I can already see water starting to come out there. Alright, so I'm back. I'm trying to redo it all. Everything's going pretty good. I did what I should have done before I start this, and I got on YouTube and done some research and figured out that, of course, you can't connect that to PEX line. You can, but you got to do it like this. You got to use these fittings. So I went and I got these fittings, which was cheaper than the other ones. That's for PEX to PEX. I got some white fittings, tees right here, that was cheaper than these, since it's PEX to PEX, but it's not the right kind. It's a 1/2 inch, but I guess it goes to something else that said it went to PEX, but it doesn't. I don't know. But I mean, this looks better than what it was doing this. Of course, PEX, this type of tee right here, this type of fittings can go into brass or PVC, and that's what I'm doing with this, so I can reuse these to hook up the line to the tank. But got one more trip back to Ace to get the right kind of tees to go right here. Took these up and should be ready to rock and roll. Alright, so I got everything rigged back up the way it's supposed to with the actual shark fittings on it. Looks a lot better besides my rigging. These are flexible. I'm going to have to figure out some way to secure these where they're not just spraying on the tire. But good enough to test now. We'll see what it does. Moment of truth part 2. The way it's designed, it builds up pressure. So there's 40 pounds of pressure in here right now. So from the cutoff on back's good for right now. It ain't leaking, so PVC job I did is pretty good. Now let's test the sprayers out. I believe we're in business. So I got it poured in there. What I did is I used half of the quart in there. It's 15 gallons. I probably actually got about 16 in there. I overfilled it. This is the chart to mix it. Right there it says 1.5, which is another half, to 24 gallons. So I was assuming using half of this would be close to what I need. And as far as coverage, this is the chart it has. But I am going to just spray until I run out. Going at a decent speed, not getting it too wet, moderation, and I figured it'd be good. I'll just pour it in this little strainer right here. It comes with that, and I figured that would help mix it up a little bit. I want to ride around a little bit and help shake this up to mix it up, and then come back and spray. But it looks pretty mixed up to me. All right, let's spray. I got done spraying, or at least everything that I could, with how much pesticide I had. I gotta say it's worked pretty good. Had to zip tie this up to keep it from spraying on the tires. This came in real handy to cut it off. You can just reach around you and on or off. And then of course to have the wand, I ended up sticking it up here like this. Whenever I needed, I'd pull it out and spray it. I turned it on and off at the time and just left it connected to the battery with the gator clips. It works pretty good. And as far as the Harbor Freight sprayer, it done good. It has automatic cut off. When it hits its 40 psi, it cuts off. It cuts on and off with the sprayers, and with the wand, of course, it stays on because this uses more pressure. I'm glad I got this PEX line because it is more rigid, and me being able to take it on and off. Eventually, I will make this better. This is just for now because Skeeters is real bad, and I had so many troubles with weed eater gas and gas tank, the battery, the key switch, blah blah blah. So this is what I did, so I'll get this done today because I gotta get the head back on the Malibu. Eventually I will secure this. I'll mount this to something proper that I can actually put on here. I might actually attach it to a sprayer where I can get it closer to the ground and just hook it to the hitch so I can go a little bit faster. Because with this, I do got to go a little bit slower to make it spread out evenly. And up here, eventually I'll make a little bracket that I can hook onto here and hold this up here so I can do away with the zip ties and the rope. Like I said, this is just for now. And I will also permanently put this in there, and then I'll run a switch. So instead of having to unhook it, I can just hit the switch on, switch off, you know. Now I'm gonna fill up these buckets. I won't fill them all the way up because it's pretty hot. Eventually, you know, it's gonna start evaporating. Fill up these buckets and go spread them around the yard. Looks like a scene out of a scary movie, don't it? For some people, this is terrifying. For me, this is peaceful. Middle of nowhere, dark as can be. Stars in the sky. Finally made it to the corner of the yard. These mosquito bites, it says to do 1 teaspoon for every 25 square feet of water. That's nowhere near 25 square feet. So I'm just gonna get a pinch, throw her in there. I got gloves on because it says something about don't get on your skin and stuff, which is kind of weird. I don't know how this could be safe for animals and good for them to drink, but they don't want you to put it on your skin. It says sprinkle it evenly. There we go. On to the next one. All right, everybody, I'm beat. It's been a long, hot day for me. I'm just showing what I did to spray for the mosquitoes and how I did that. As far as the mice and all the other stuff, that's probably gonna be boring. I don't think anybody wants to see that. If you do, I'll make a video about it, I guess, comment. But that's it for this video. As always, till next time.